Alright guys, I want to go over a branded Chimera advanced combo guide. So I just want to first explain some things. So this card right here, we have multiple ways to access this card. This card is going to be integral to your plays. And it's not the only way to get there. There's other combos. So we have 3 ways into this card, basically. Technically we have 4. So if you open any of these cards, you have access to this card in some form or fashion. This one, this one, this one. They all land at the same place. So I want y'all to understand that anytime I'm talking about this card or this card, it can be gotten off of any of these. All of these, other than this one. This one's not searchable off these 2, but these are searchable off this one. So anything can get you there. There's lots of 2 card combos, 3 card combos, 4 card combos that can get you there. So let's start off with this guy right here. You open this up. Just want to show you what this board can look like. So we're going to start off. We're going to use this effect. Tribute for cost. Send to grave. 2 special out. This one. Baphomet. Trigger Baphomet to add this. And this. So these are actually the only 2 search targets for this in the deck. The build that I play. There is a build with Springin's Kit. Not too bad of an idea. But still, typically this is going to be what you're searching. Level 4 beast. And there's not really that many good level 4 beasts. So now we still have 4 cards in hand. All of this has been off of 1 card. Unless you started with Nightmare Prince, then you kind of went -1, but you got another card back in your hand anyway. So now we're going to fuse these 2 guys together. So here's your grave right here. We're going to go into Chimera of the Phantom Beast. So keep in mind, this card is a hand rip in the end phase. We're gonna have some triggers here. We're gonna go chain 1 to special this back, chain 2 to add, chain 3 to rip. So reverse order. Now you have some options here on what you add. Keep in mind you have a beast. So it would be good to have access to a fiend at this point or an illusion. So typically if we didn't start with this, I will add Codal, because we can gain access to Diabels later on if we need to. If we already have a Codal in hand, if we started with Codal, we would add Diabels. But for this purpose, we'll just keep it simple and add the Codal and then bring this back. So we're gonna add this back off of its own effect. So here's the +2 cards that we have at this point. Well, not this one, this one was, yeah, actually this one, yeah, plus. So right here, activate this. You want to grab another Mirror Swords Knight for follow-up. Mine having a couple. Okay, so just to be a little bit different in this one, we're going to say that we open a Chimera Fusion, which is freaking awesome. It literally makes the plays so much better. So Cornfield Codal, we're going to go ahead and use its effect. We're going to grab, and this depends on your hand, but we're just going to assume that the other 3 are just bricks or something. I don't know. Mirror Swords Knight, we're going to normal, quick effect, special effect, add this, add this. Now we're going to go in for this play right here. It's going to look exactly the same as last time, except that this time you're going to search out. You have the option, depending on your hand. I play a lot of extenders and things that can gain you advantage, like the Patchwork Engine. You could grab this to get more bodies on the field, but we're going to go ahead and grab Diabels, the original Sin Keeper here. Okay. So, and then we will special back out this. So we're going to go effect of this to add back. So here's our hand now. This is what we have to work with. So right here, we're going to go straight into this fusion right here. We're going to bring out Baphomet. Baphomet, the mythical king of Phantom Beasts. Effect, we're going to dump Master Tau the Enchanter Tau effect is going to bring back Diabelle's. So Diabelle's here, this is the one that is basically a spell and trap, a anti-spell fragrance. Keep in mind we still have this Chimera Fusion in hand. We have an extra one basically. Plus we have one we can get back next turn. So this hand, this is good. So we also have this, we're gonna get follow up next turn. Once we use this effect in their draw phase, we're gonna have a monster negate that's live, a target negation that's live since he's on the field. So at no time could we have a situation where this would not be live, because let's just say they get rid of this and it goes to grave. Well, we can just literally bring it right back with the effect of the Phantom King. Bring it right back. Let's just say they get rid of it again. Then we'll just use his effect, banish himself, and bring this back out. So let's go with another situation. They're like, look, I gotta get rid of this anti-spell fragrance, basically. Let's just say they find a way to get rid of it. I don't know, whatever they, maybe they use talents or something to take and then link it off. Well, guess what we're gonna do? We're just gonna go banish, bring it right back. Of course, you can only use each of these effects once per turn, but at that point, if they set something, which we would just destroy it, if they set talents, we would just pop it, because that's one of the effects. This would be face down, so we'd have our Guardian Chimera play live. We'd be getting all of our resources for the follow-up. It's just insane. So let me show y'all another 2-card combo and what that looks like. This is actually going to be a very similar 2-card combo. It's actually going to get you to the same exact place. Okay guys, so here is another 2-card combo. And remember what I told you about this? This could actually be, well, no, this particular one really needs to be these two, or any access to this. So if you start with Total and you can get to this, or a Nightmare Apprentice and get to this, that's fine. So we're going to go Patchwork. Patchwork is going to add us this and this. So now you're like, well, what am I going to do with this? Very simple. Let me show you. It's awesome. So we're going to go ahead and activate polymerization, fuse these two together. And what's really cool here is we're going to be able to chain block. So we're going to go into Baphomet, chain 1 to dump, chain 2 to add. So we're getting a chain block here. We don't even need this card. That's what's so cool about it. We're not even, can't use it again, but we're chain blocking. That's all there is to it. So we're going to Foolish the, and it's always going to depend on your hand and things like that. So let me find the Master Tau. Foolish the Master Tau, effect, 2 special back out, this. We have still not used the normal summon. We should still have 4 cards in hand, and we're literally in a very good position here. So now at this point, you can go ahead, activate this, bring out this feller, effect. He's gonna grab you this. The cool thing about this, so here's the card you have to work with now. The cool thing about this is the polymerization engrave is gonna make your Guardian Chimera like 10 times better, because it will be untargetable. So if they try to imperm it, if they try to Veiler it when it's summoned, they can't. Too bad. Or if they try to Princess on the summon of it, they can't. It's like, sorry, you can't. Anyways, so now we're going to Chimera Fusion into our same play, basically. This guy right here. And we're going to grab back out this. We're going to search for Diabelle's. So this is going to be our hand our known hand, and then of course this one will rip in the end phase. So the issue with this hand, you run into a position where, so you can grab back the Chimera Fusion. You run into a little problem here. If you really want the Guardian Chimera play, you can still set up for that. The issue here is, if you use this Chimera Fusion and you didn't open with 2 of them, or like an extra polymerization, which is not uncommon in this deck, it's very common to open like that. you would end with this being your board, and that's not bad. So I would just pass here because you're in a really good position. So you go to pass, even if they Nibiru you here, you're still in a really good position, because then I would probably wouldn't even fire this off. Well, you couldn't because you would have it set. Your board is going to be wiped, you're going to have that, but you will still have your Guardian Chimera follow up, and it actually kind of works out a little bit better because you can go this guy right here, bring this back out, then you can fuse these together, and then you can still end up getting this back out, and you can reborn off of this guy. So you can still get your Diabelles out, is what I'm getting at. You'll still be able to get this out no matter what, because this card's so OP. I try to get this card out every play. Like, if you can get this out, it's, because right now everybody's using quick play spells. I mean, it's just crazy. Even if they're not using quick plays, for example, the Witch, you know, it can set cards, but guess what? You can just destroy it. So it's like, okay, too bad. This is like the anti Snake Eyes deck, if you ask me. But yeah, so basically it's the same exact inboard, except you just got to it a different way. There's ways to get to it without even normal summoning. Now, if you had a normal summon, for example, let's just say it was one of those hands where you opened this, you hard opened it, this would have made it so much better. So now you'd have a Dark Statue lock, you'd have a Guardian Chimera play set up, and a Diabelles. Like, there's no way, because they can't imperm you, they can't droplets it, so what are they gonna do? As long as this is on board, you know. This board could also look like that if you hard open this. The statue, keep in mind, you can push for the statue just as hard as you push for this. All right, so now we have Brand Fusion 1-card combo. If you're going first, this is what you would do. You would go ahead and activate Brand Fusion, send this and this. So we have not committed a normal summon. We're gonna go straight into Renbrum. Renbrum is a freaking awesome card. So we're gonna trigger this to add ourselves Codal. Depending on your hand, you don't have to add that. You could add anything else, any other illusion. But at this point, now we can just go into our regular combo. So you would end with basically everything we ended on. I'll just go ahead and show you what your inboard would look like. You just end on this, and then you would have this set, and then you have a Chimera Fusion set ready to go into a Guardian Chimera play. You'd have the Renbrum, negate, and return. Don't forget the return effect of this. It negates and returns one card on the field. And I think the return is actually, yeah, non-targeting return. So pretty cracked. It's a negate for a extra deck monster. So you'd have the same play setup, except you'd have a Renbrum on field. Now, let me show you a 2-card combo with Brand Fusion. We would do the same thing. We would send Fallen of Albaz, and we would send the Hex Sealed Fusion. So this would go into our copy of Albion. Albion effect is going to fuse these two from Banished, or from the grave and Banished, to go into our copy of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. So now our plays are completely insulated. Then we would end on basically the same exact board that we always have, with this setup and this setup with a Guardian Chimera in our back pocket. So it's really cool. Plus Guardian Chimera, you send these two. We played 2 Fallen of Albaz. So on their turn, you're getting insane follow-up. You're gonna get Brand Fusion back. You're going to have your full combo. You're gonna have your negate set up. You're gonna have follow-up for the next turn. It's crazy.